Hi, I'm Deborah Peace, and I'm going to tell you about Donors Choose. Donors Choose is a website that will allow you to pick projects in classrooms that you think are important, and you can help support the teachers and help pay for those projects. There are projects from all types of areas. There are projects for art supplies, there's projects for technology, there are projects for a field trip, there are projects that will support kids in inner city schools and rural schools. There are projects for kids all across the United States. So that you can understand why teachers go to Donors Choose to ask for things that you might think are fairly reasonable to get, I'm going to talk about how I've spent money in my classroom so far this year. This isn't a complete list of everything that I've bought, but it's just the generals of the big things that I've gotten recently. The first thing that I always spend money on is books. I think books are super important. You have to have a lot of them. You have to have a variety of them. I buy a ton of books for my class. I buy fiction, I buy nonfiction, I buy comic books, I buy novels, I buy the newest books, I buy the most popular books. Because I believe that every student is a reader at heart. They just need to find the right book. The next thing that I've spent money on for my classroom is technology. I'm constantly buying computers for my classroom. This year I got myself a new laptop so I could bring my old laptop into my classroom. About $500. I spent more than that on my new laptop, but we'll count depreciation and things. The next thing that I've spent money on is web subscriptions. And these add up really fast. You'd be surprised. You buy a subscription for Educanon, you buy one for Glogster, you buy a New York Times subscription. Next thing you know, you're at $300. Next thing is art supplies. I want my students to be able to use a variety of art supplies for a variety of reasons. I have modeling clay, I have pastels, I have colored pencils, and I want them to be able to create projects that they're excited and passionate about. The next thing that I've spent money on is organization and decoration of my classroom. You want your classroom to be organized, and you also want it to look nice. You want to have things on the wall that engage your students and make them think about things differently. I'm constantly trying to bring in quotes and new things from different places so that my students have something to look at when they're learning. Final thing on my list is MP3 players. I think MP3 players are the great equalizers of reading. If students have access to an MP3 player, then they are going to be able to read at the same level as their classmates because they can listen to the book. MP3 players means that everybody got to read The Outsiders on their own. They got to see what it was like to sit in a room where everybody was engaged silently in reading for a period of time. And that is an experience when you know everyone in the room is reading the same book and that they're getting to the same parts as you are, is an amazing feeling. But kids who read at a lower level don't get to experience that. MP3 players mean that they get to. Donors Choose means that teachers like me can get the supplies that they need for their classroom in a larger amount. I buy materials for my class all the time, but I cannot go out and buy 10 Chromebooks at once. I need your help. Every teacher in the United States needs your help to buy the supplies that they know that their kids need. Please go to Donors Choose today. The links are in the doobly-doo. I'm linking to some projects that I thought were pretty cool. I am also going to add a link to my project. Check it out if you want to. Don't check it out. Find something that you're excited about. Find something that you're passionate about. Go to Donors Choose today. Thank you.